Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I post fragrance related content on this platform. If you're new, please do consider subscribing and joining the family, as that helps with the growth of this channel. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Today I have a Paris Corner haul. Okay, these fragrances were sent to me by Paris Corner. They're the latest, okay, from Paris Corner, but I have seen a couple of influencers already talk about some of these fragrances. The one that I was very eager to smell with you, and this is going to be based off of first impressions, is Heer. Okay, so we're gonna unbox and I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. When it comes to first impressions, I love doing first impressions because then I can just give you a rough mock of what I am getting, and then I wait for the fragrance to sit a little, and then of course come back with a full review. So we start off with Heer. This is the presentation, guys. It's in a hard box, and let us experience it together. What I'm gonna do is with some of these fragrances, or perhaps I can even start with this one, because sometimes when you spray it almost immediately, it doesn't communicate that much. It needs like a few seconds or so. So I'm going to spray it on a blotter. This is the packaging, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to spray Heer on a blotter, right? And then give it about a few seconds to sit while I talk about our release Numéro Trois. Numéro Trois, guys, official launch is on the 3rd of August. Now, while Heer dries, if you've been following our brand Macedon Perfumes, we started with Perfumes Extrait de Parfum, which was the first one, and then we went to Numéro, which is simply put number 2, and now we are on Trois. Trois simply means number 3, and this is a rose-scented scent. It officially launches on the 3rd of August, but you can grab yourself a bottle now by going to our website www.macedonperfumes.com, subscribing to our newsletter, and you can get it with a pre-launch code of pre-launch 20, right? Pre-launch 20 between now and the 3rd of August, where it officially goes to full price, right? So take advantage of that. This is a double dose of rose. We are not big as Macedon to be able to influence anybody or to pay anybody to say anything. So you can also check out some fragrance reviewers, their thoughts on this fragrance. But what I can tell you in terms of what I've seen in the comment section is some people asking, is it like Delina? You say it's got rose. No, it's not. Is it like Queen of Silk? No, it's not. You say it's powdery. Is it like, no. This fragrance, the inspiration behind it was to use a double dose of rose. Add weight to that rose by pairing it with the blackcurrant and making sure that the blackcurrant communicates as well. So we've got rose at the top and rose in the mid. The notes are going to be there just like how we did it with our second release, which is Numéro. Okay, so do expect that rose, blackcurrant, ylang doesn't really do much. We threw it there just to balance things out, and then it gets into a mix of a lot of spices and that orange blossom. The mid introduces another layer of the rose, this time damask rose, layered, guys, with some incense and some star anise to really tie that rose. So there's going to be an incensey accord that's going to hover around the entire way of this fragrance. It is of an extrait concentration. There is some spices in here. Loads of mixed spices, a touch of patchouli, almost non-existent patchouli, but it is there in the dry down, and a bit of some sandalwood. So grab this fragrance, guys, at this pre-launch period with the code pre-launch 20 by subscribing to our newsletter, and you can get it now discounted. We are officially launching it on the 3rd of August, so you will be able to pick it up on YouTube on the 3rd of August, but it will be full price. And meanwhile, guys, the two are still there for purchase. You can take advantage of the duo deal that we have on Numéro and Perfumes Extrait de Parfum by buying them as a pair. We are also on Fragrantica. Do make sure to tell us your thoughts once you have these fragrances. Now back to Heer. Right, this is off the cuff giving me an impression of a fragrance that's probably going to change on skin. I did, take a glimpse of the note pyramid for this one. It does include the note of Angelica, and that is what also speaks the most or hovers the most. This has been sitting here for about 2 or 3 minutes. This is pretty much in its dry down now, and it is that Angelica Fougere that you're going to get in this fragrance mostly. There's going to be a little bit of a citrusy tang to it as well, but it's like a sweet citrus and then mixes into this powdery thing. This fragrance does remind me of something, and when I said I posed a video, I had to ask Maima to pull out this decan. This is what this fragrance reminds me of. It's sort of in the same family, guys, as Angelique Noir, right? Angelique Noir. That is perhaps the inspiration behind this. It does give me sort of like a feminine feel about it. Very faint woods, softened faint woods, almost, you know, bordering on creamy. And it is now, even with that, you know, Angelica Fougere, giving me more pages of it being a white floral with a little bit of an aromatic tang to it, which could be maybe from the use of lavender. Okay, so we're not reviewing this, we're just here for first impressions. Let me move on to the next one, right? So the next one we're gonna try together. I saw the you know, the advert for this and I was like, wow, this one I have no clue. I haven't even seen anyone talk about it. So anyway, let's open it, give it a quick spray. It is called Heer. Okay, that is the name of the fragrance. Then you open it like this. Okay, the first thing that this bottle reminded me of, well, I'm going to give credit where it's due. Mima said it looks like the Lady Million Pacaroban bottle, right? And she was right? So it's been shaken about. That's how it looks. So anyway, we're going to spray it as well. Ooh, this is actually really, really pretty. Okay, I would just keep this for the bottle, guys. Paris Corner, you got me on the bottle. This is beautiful, and it's a very, very, very heavy bottle. But I think if you had some lotion, you might struggle to open the top there because it's really pretty rounded. So let us spray here. Okay, right here. Okay, right. And again, we have sprayed it on the blotter. So just going to give it a couple of minutes. Ooh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. Okay, right, I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes and also give a quick shout out to these two products. We still have a combo deal. These you can purchase right directly here on YouTube. Okay, you can take advantage of purchasing them as a pair. That way you get to save money. Otherwise, the full retail price for Proud Mary Extracto Porphyra is $849, and the retail price for Numéro is $89. But you can, of course, you know, take advantage and purchase them as a combo right here on YouTube or on our website. Also remember to sign up to our newsletter, guys, where you will get some of the information on time, or discounts or launches and stuff like that. As I said, we have this one on sale right now, but under pre-launch, so you have to be subscribed to our newsletter for you to be able to grab it before the 3rd, where we officially launch it at the full price. Okay, now back to Heer. All right, now this is an odd one. I don't know why I am getting so like a ylang in this, like a yellow floral, or perhaps a white floral. Okay, maybe the yellow floral thingy I am perceiving is because the bottle in itself is giving that yellow thingy. But now that it's sort of like toned down, it's subtle. This could get better maybe if I spray it onto the skin or something. It is giving me subtle vibes, and it's not opening up to like a tuberosy, creamy, floral thingy. When I sprayed it initially and I said, wow, I was referring to how it had like a fizz of the spices there, the burst at the top. And honestly speaking, those are slowly going away. And I haven't been keeping tabs with the Pacaroban fragrances, so I don't know if this would be a continuation of the Lady Million and stuff. I wore Lady Million a couple of years back. It was one of my preferred easy reach scents, and I wouldn't say that's what it's giving me now, but I can say this is definitely a white floral, almost safe at the same time. So the tuberose in here is pretty polite. Okay, it's not so pushy, but yes, it is giving me more and more of that tuberose in sort of like a, I don't know whether it's ginger. Okay, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm just giving you first impressions. As I said, that I wouldn't be able to say much, but I had to show you these fragrances. So this is here. This is beautiful just for the bottle. I hope Paris Corner does like a full line of these, because this is a gorgeous, gorgeous presentation. I was just double checking whether it's magnetic, but it's not. Okay, so that's going to be a white and yellow floral concentrated style of a fragrance, but the tuberose doesn't cross over to it being rude or in your face. It's safe, it's creamy, may have some sandalwood as well, but it does feel like a pairing of white and yellow florals, leaning a little bit on the feminine side. This is the close-up of Nada Whimsical. All of them are going to look the same, but this one has that lemon lime green contrast to the box. So let's see what this one is all about. The bottles are also cute. I have seen these with a couple of a couple of YouTubers. Yeah, this is pretty. Okay, this is pretty. Paris Corner presentation, you nailed it. Oh, and it's sitting on like a very soft cushioning there that is velvety. Anyway, I'm not here for the presentation, we're here for the juice. Okay, so this is Nada and this is Whimsical. Now I'm going to spray it here. This I'm not going to give too much time to rest really, because I just want to go through this Nada collection and see what's what. And as per promise, I'm going to do a follow-up video after these fragrances sit to let you know my thoughts. Okay, so this is Whimsical. Oh, this is prettier than I thought it would be. Oh, guys, this is beautiful. This really is, we did take a little bit of a pause there with Mima, and she said it is indeed whimsical. It's giving me a lemon sorbet type of situation, but it's not a gourmand. It gets into sort of like a sweet candy, floral, but also with a crisp of an apple. I think perhaps that's where the green, is trying to represent in this, that it does have a like a shine, like a crispy, sparkly apple in something that feels like a citrusy, but like a touch of, okay, like a touch of, say you had gummy bears, and you ate the ones that had like an apple and citrus flavor, but faint, not pushing too much to the sweet part. This is very sexy. This is elegant, but it's quite lightweight. And again, I'm not going to judge it based on what it's, like the lightweight is not what I would say to take away from this. I'm just saying to my nose, it's giving me safe. It's giving me something that I can just, splash on without thinking much. So I just hope as it sits more in my collection, it's going to concentrate. That would be the only thing I might have a problem with this one, because it's giving me safe vibes, but it's one of the most beautiful fragrances. Ooh, in today's haul, there is like a pistachio tease coming out in this, and I like that it's not too much. Okay, just adding like a greenness to it. That was Nada. Okay, Nada Whimsical. Now let's go to Blumingle. Okay, is it Blumingle? Okay, right, guys, whatever. I mean, I'm if I'm watching it, I'm watching it. But let's open this one. This one, the spelling actually is Blumingle. Okay, I think that's what they were talking about, blue and then mingle. So I'm not sure whether to expect this one to be oceanic, aquatic, fresh. I don't know, guys, but if I didn't show you a close-up, there we go. Okay, I think I did though. Okay, so I'm not sure whether this one is going to be aquatic, oceanic, if at all that is what Blumingle means, or what my suspicions are. Then let's see. I'm sorry about the noise, guys. I am doing this in the moment. I was actually sewing. I've got an order that I'm doing and it's pretty urgent, and I thought, let me do a quick video. I think I'm going to show you in one of these days, my seamstressing part of work, what I do behind the scenes. I am a seamstress as well, so when I get something that is pretty urgent, it can be a little bit overwhelming to be able to keep up with everything. And I'm going to show you, as I said, capture whatever I can. Oh, this is nice as well. Capture whatever I can when it comes to the seamstresses sing. Drop it here, for you guys to see. And hopefully, once we have a website going, if you would like your bespoke clothing and stuff, you could. Oh, okay. All right. Also giving me subtle vibes. It is really distracting me, this one. I think they were really trying to recreate, not really aldehydes per se, but the note of A. Okay, weird as it sounds, if you've been in this industry for years, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It does feel like I am breathing into the breeze. Okay, clean air, right? Not like that marine accord that then turns into like a salty thing and gives off like an offish thing. No, this is pushing to the surface a bright sweetness to it at the same time, which is again the use of those citruses. But simply put, it is a floral that's on the fresh side, also on the safe side. Guys, I wasn't sure what to make of this line actually, because I thought perhaps this is going to be like a gourmand line, like how Letafa gave us, or how Albatania or Grandeur gave us the tabbies and stuff. It's not giving me that. These are sophisticated fragrances to my nose, although I still will say this is light as well. It does feel like it has some spiciness to it that is trying to push, but to push, to give it a little bit of kick to it, but still pushes to the surface that note of A without it being flimsy. So there are some florals, I guess, that will be tying this fragrance. Maybe jasmine. It's giving me like a white floral that is a little bit green there. Okay, so maybe jasmine, but that's as far as I can go. Having the center stage of that A note, and then this one, as I said, having that sort of like a lemon sorbet thingy, but it's not like lira or anything. It's doing its own thing. Now the last one is going to be Wink. Okay, off the another line. Okay, Wink, right? I don't know what to expect, so let's open it together. And then we call it a wrap. These are the latest from Paris Corner, guys. You can buy them directly on their website on Paris Corner UAE or pariscorner.com. Another stockist of Paris Corner is Aroma Concepts. You can also get some Paris Corners off Joma Shop. And no, I'm not being sponsored, guys. I'm just throwing suggestions out there. If you'd also want to try, some decants, we do have some trusted decant sellers like SWP Health and Beauty. That is Nikki Purposeful Life Store. Or you can buy your decants of Hygie Scent if you would like to try first before you go full in. So here's another box, same as the rest of them, except that the contrast to this is the pink, and the name of it is Wink. So let's see, guys. Let's see. I think Paris Corner really got me here on the bottles. The one that I'm not too keen on, actually, sorry, the cap was open. The cap was wobbling. It's the mail thing. It's not Paris Corner's fault in this case, right? So here's a close-up of Nada Wink. Okay, and let us waste a couple of sprays here, and then we get into it, right? So far, I would say I'm liking all of them. I had very, very high expectations, especially for this one. I'm just chit-chatting, guys, so that this one, dries. Very high expectations for this one. Maybe it's going to concentrate a little further. I don't know. Okay. And very high expectation I had on Ira, and I think this one, having sprayed it, I can almost certainly say it does remind me of Angelique Noir by Guerlain. Now, for the last one, which is Wink. Okay. This is again another one that makes use of the white florals. In this case, now they are creamy. Okay, feeling like they have used florals like gardenia, like freesia. There's a creaminess in this, guys, that is really speaking the most. This is also giving me sweeter vibes. I don't know why I was expecting this to hover around a rosy feel, but it's more of a creamy white floral that's sweet. Okay, with like a pacifying sweetness around it of either praline or caramel, something like that. Not overly sweet though, but certainly on the floral and creamy side. I think this one makes use of the note of coconut, if I'm not mistaken. So for some, the creaminess here might actually come off as even milky. It is another winner for me. I think this one has one of those nice, like a sexy, waxy, even white florals, okay, with that creaminess and of course that yummy sweetness of a caramel or praline and a wrap up of that coconut. I think I also did get a glimpse of the note pyramid for this, which listed honey, and I was like, I hope the honey is not going to go cross over to the honey that I do not like, because sometimes honey can, you know, be off-putting in a fragrance. In this, it's just there to build to everything around it. Okay, so yeah, this on the Nada collection, I would say the Wink is the strongest because it's sweeter, okay, it's creamier, it's heavier, it's the strongest. The first one we started with, which is the Whimsical, is the one I'm going to hope that it concentrates to something better, but I love the profile nonetheless. And then the third one is this one. If you are into oceanic notes or zonic notes, fresh notes, the recreation of fresh air in a bottle, and of course carried with some florals, then you can go for this. The one I had the most expectations for, that I was hoping is going to knock my socks off, is this one, but it does feel like a fragrance that needs time. For now, it's just presenting sort of like a white and yellow floral, perhaps like tuberose, that sort of thing, okay, and it is safe. And then this one, as I said, does remind me a lot of Angelique Noir by Guerlain. So that is it, guys, when it comes to the Paris Corner fragrances. We are obviously going to do a follow-up in due course, and I'm going to put them on my tray, okay. I'm going to put one or two on the tray so that I see how they develop. Before I close the video, remember, guys, we are on the pre-launch of Numéro Trois. If you would like to get your hands on this fragrance during our pre-launch period, which is between now and the 3rd of August. We are launching officially on the 3rd. So do get yourself this bottle off our website. All you have to do to access the pre-launch is to be subscribed to our newsletter on MacedonPerfumes.com. And you can add this fragrance to your cart. If you're a subscriber of our newsletter, you can add the fragrance to your cart and you can get it at the pre-launch price. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section, guys, where we discuss more about fragrances. Let me know which one is your favorite Paris Corner from the ones I spoke about today, and we can interact further. Then remember to turn on post notifications. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, guys, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.